Official iPhone 16 silicone cases will have an integrated design, eliminating the need for a dedicated cutout for the capture button. Apple is bringing a new capture button to all models or the Pro models of the iPhone 16 this year, which will serve a dedicated purpose with multiple gesture controls. It is now being reported that the company's official silicone cases for the iPhone 16 will have an integrated design, which means that it will not have a cutout on the side for the capture button, even though the button is reported to be capacitive in nature. iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Pro cases will have an integrated design, which means that Apple will not make a cutout in its official silicone cases. Apple's special event for the iPhone 16 launch is nearing, and we are less than a week away from the new devices and upgrades. Both models of the handset will bring a slew of changes that will make it worth the upgrade, and Apple Intelligence has a major role to play in this regard. In terms of hardware changes, we are anxiously waiting for the new capture button and the new functionalities it will unlock on the iPhone 16. Reports of a capture button for the iPhone originated last year, and it is now finally time for the company to implement its plans. The capture button will sit flush with the frame of the iPhone 16 models, as it will be a capacitive button, which means that it can register lighter and hard presses while also sensing swiping gestures. The capture button will be positioned in the exact same spot as the wave antenna on the iPhone 16 models sold in the United States. If you are not familiar with it, the button would be below the side or power button, and the shape of the button will possibly be the same as the antenna. Since it is a capacitive button, third-party accessory makers would have to leave a cutout in case users need to access the functionality. However, Apple has opted for a different approach as its cases would have an integrated design, which means that the company would place a mechanism in the case that would recognize the difference between pressing the button and swiping on it. The news was read by a Chinese leaker named Juan Ruan, who shared the image of the 16 iPhone cases with a cutout for the capture button. The caption in Chinese translates as, "The official protective case of Apple's iPhone 16 series will not have this opening and will be made into an integrated design, which will not affect the normal use of this capacitive button." It was previously reported by analyst Mark Gurman that the capture button will be exclusive to the iPhone 16 Pro models, but other reports have coined that the new edition will be available on all 4 models of the series. While the exact details rest with Apple, it would be wise to take the news with a grain of salt. Apple is expected to announce the iPhone 16 models next week on September 9th, and we will be covering it in extensive detail with follow-up coverage.